Football season is weird because we actually look forward to Mondays. It's Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. Now launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
What I'm saying is perhaps you're warm because you're wearing a sweatshirt and you are moving around.
The T-shirt is an undershirt. It's not made just to be gawked at. It's tight. You can see my man boobs.
I got news for you. You can see mine pretty much every day just because I'm fat. So get over it.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole.
I'll keep it in the room.
Stop breathing. It used to be a lot longer.
The numbers don't lie.
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
It is Yikes Monday.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Reaction Monday. And we just found out about 10 minutes before the show started
Yeah.
that today's a 2-hour show.
Well, we didn't. What do you mean? I didn't just find that out.
I just found out.
How did you just find
Well,
out? It's been on
I-
the schedule.
I know. I don't read the schedule. I come in, I do the show, the end.
I was elected to lead, not to read.
Fine.
There you go.
So, Buckeye Hoops, very important matchup with Youngstown State, or as Timmy calls them, the Gwins. Not the Penguins.
No.
The Gwins.
Stupid.
And so that's going to kick us off at 5. But since I've prepared 3 hours of radio, I'm not going to let this go to waste. Let's try and cram all 3 hours into 2 hours.
Okay.
Teddy, here's what I want you to do. You're in charge of the show today. Well, you're in charge of the show every day, but you're really in charge of the show today.
All right, thanks.
When you feel like something's run its course or we need to move on to the next thing, to ensure that we get everything in that we were supposed to get in the whole 3 hours, you need to buzz us, tell us to move along, usher us along.
All right, let's go. Come on.
Let's go.
All right.
All right.
All right.
We got to get going.
All right.
Yeah.
No time for chit-chat.
Buckeyes beat Purdue 45-0.
I was just expecting Ted to just.
And we're done.
All right, we're done. No, we can linger there for a moment, can't we? Ohio State came out. They are the clear favorites. They took care of business with Purdue, shut them out, as you should. I mean, Purdue had a couple times to try to kick a field goal that they missed, but other than that.
Yeah, usually in a shutout, though, you're going to have situations like that.
Yeah, the point is they pitched a shutout, played, I think, about as well as you can offensively for what this game was, coming off the Penn State game, everything else. Let's hope the switch has been flipped. It seemed like it after that Penn State game where they were in a different mindset coming into this one, and they took care of business, no problem.
They did what they were supposed to do. You know, you and I both said last week, it's like, oh, well, do they get caught looking ahead? Because they just come off the emotional Penn State game, and in a couple weeks, you got undefeated Indiana coming in here in all likelihood. And you and I both said they can take the foot off the gas. They can get no sleep the night before. They cannot take the Boilermakers seriously at all and still win by 30.
Yeah.
Instead, they won by 45.
Yeah.
How seriously do they take the game? I don't know. But they did enough. You shut out the team you should shut out at home. Purdue is awful. Terrible.
Oof. I don't feel bad that you beat a team like that. I don't feel bad that your starters are still in there. You're playing a Big Ten team. This is go time. It's November. These guys are hungry to go out and show what they can do.
Ryan Day doesn't owe them anything.
No, and I don't think it would make sense for you to have like all your starters, and they didn't, late in the fourth quarter, and you're throwing bombs trying to just run up the score. Those days, you don't need to do that in college football anymore. You don't have to get style points. What matters is, for the most part, you're not going to get them against Purdue. If you can do it against maybe some other good team, then fine. But Purdue, it doesn't matter how much you beat them by, as long as the game isn't close, and it wasn't.
Will Howard, 21-26, 260 yards, 3 touchdowns for him. Devin Brown came in for a hot second. Julian Sayin came in for a hot second. Jeremiah Smith continues to be good. See, this is a time where you would buzz us, Teddy. Okay. All right, we're done with this game.
How about one other thing from that game? Nice little thing for Jeremiah Smith. Broke Chris Carter's record.
Yes.
For touchdowns for a freshman.
That's right.
Receiving touchdowns, obviously.
Here's another little tidbit from that game. And I have not talked to you about this. I want to get your take on it.
Okay.
So I went up to Akron to visit my sister and her family. I get there at 12:15. Stop it, Ted. I'm going someplace. I'm going someplace.
Who wants to hear about this crap?
No, hold on a second.
All right.
So I get there about 12:15. So I missed the first few minutes of the game. But they got the game on there, and they're all, and I'm sitting there trying to watch the game.
Right.
And my first thought, once I hear the commentary on Fox, is who's in for Gus Johnson today? Because I don't know who the hell that was. I mean, obviously it was him, but I've never heard Gus Johnson like that ever. It had nothing to do with the Buckeyes are up by 45 and it's the third quarter. This is from the jump, from the first quarter. Either he was ill, where if that's the case, you probably get somebody to cover your shift, right?
No kidding.
Call up Jason Benetti or something. So he was ill, or somebody pissed him off before that game started.
Well, because Jack Sawyer, the first half I had synced up with the Fan. I'm listening to, the Fan broadcast, Paul Keels, Jim Lachey, our guy, Matty Andrews on the call.
Look at you.
Listening to all that. And then, second half, I had to pause it a couple times. And then I'm like, all right, well, so I turn off the app and then I go back to just watching it. And then I fast forward through the commercials to get caught back up. And so I'm listening in the third quarter going, what happened? Did someone come in? I didn't know this was the whole game. And so I'm listening to him talk, and I'm thinking, is he protesting the fact that he's on the air?
That's what I thought. Because people are debating this online. Some people think that maybe he's upset that Fox keeps giving him these Buckeye games at noon. Why is this Purdue game on at noon? Maybe he was angling for something else. I didn't come here to be the voice of the Buckeyes. I came here to be the big guy at Fox, and I'm doing these crappy Buckeye games. I don't know if that's the case. But it reminded me of this. Years ago, we had a certain person who was in charge here at the Fan. And he decided to tell me, maybe about 10 minutes before the show, exactly what he didn't like about the previous day's show.
Oh, that's always good timing.
Which is excellent timing.
Right before you're about to go in and do 3 hours of what you were planning on.
It's completely unprofessional, but he royally pissed me off. And I didn't respect this guy's opinion at all. I thought he was wrong. I thought he was stupid. He would ultimately be fired for being wrong and stupid. But I went out that day, and I did the most boring, dry as a popcorn fart show you've ever heard in your entire life.
Right.
Where it sounded like I was on Quaaludes. Partially because I was pissed off, but mostly because I didn't want to give him the satisfaction.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all.
I tanked it on purpose. And I wonder if Fox's equivalent of that guy went up to Gus Johnson right before the broadcast and said, you know what, Gus, I was looking at some of the research that we get from the listeners and the viewers, and they say you're a little bit too enthusiastic on your calls. So if you don't mind, knock that down a couple notches. Instead of being at a 10, maybe come down to an 8.
Yeah.
And Gus looked at that guy and said, I'll show you.
Right.
You
I don't know.
want to see? I'll show you.
It honestly, it was weird because when I was bringing this up in the third quarter, I had people defending him, defending the way he was doing that and saying, come on, man. Like, this is a Purdue game where Ohio State is destroying Purdue.
Have you not
Who
watched
cares?
Gus Johnson? It's not who cares. Have you not watched Gus?
But
he doesn't do that.
Well, the other part of that is I understand if you're saying if you're not a fan of Gus Johnson, because Gus gets a little overexcited sometimes, the ha-ha, like the constant over-the-top laugh that he does for something where you're like, all right, this is just like a random good college play. It's
world famous.
Yeah, all the time with the world famous stuff and Maserati Marv last year and all that, fine. But Jack Sawyer has a scoop and score. It's his first touchdown as a Buckeye. This is on, again, big noon kickoff where you got all your production crews out there for this show they do. That's the whole thing. I guess Big Noon Kickoff wasn't there, but it was the Big Noon Kickoff show, right? Because Big Noon Kickoff was wherever they were. Right. The point being, he didn't think, I don't know why he didn't think enough of this game to do like the normal call.
Teddy said he has the audio.
All right.
Which one do you want first? Because we have both.
Let's hear Gus's call. Let's hear what he sounded like.
Gus first. Go ahead, Teddy.
First down to the 25 for Purdue, and a fumble on the play. Ohio State is there. They pick it up and run it in for a touchdown. Jack Sawyer. Tough day for the Boilers. Tough season for the Boilers.
What are you doing?
Dude, I've heard a lot of Gus Johnson. I've heard Gus Johnson in blowout games. I've heard Gus Johnson in games that don't matter. I've never heard anything like that, ever.
I got to tell you, I haven't even listened. Do we have Paul's call from this for that?
Yeah, we have
play?
both. We have both calls.
Let's hear like Paul and Jim calling that same play. I haven't even listened to this because, like I said, I had left the app by that point and I was watching it. So yeah, let's play that one and hear what it sounded like. From again, I know he's the Ohio State voice of the Buckeyes, but Paul Keels is also a professional who will give the moment its due. Let's hear that.
Reggie Love is behind Hudson Card in the pistol formation. Love gets a handoff, running left side, bounces off Jalen Tuimelo out. He fumbles the football, and that's going to be picked up by Jack Sawyer and run into the end zone for a touchdown. Ohio State defensive end Jack Sawyer picked up the loose pigskin as defensive end Jalen Tuimelo had knocked it out of the hands of Reggie Love, and Ohio State gets their third defensive touchdown of the year. They lead at 37-0.
Now, he's not screaming and yelling, but,
No.
I mean, the octave goes up
Yeah.
because something happened.
By the way, again, not to put Paul's business out there, Paul hasn't been feeling well this week. He's been a little under the weather. So that is a guy who was dealing with something. His voice was, he was a little, he's had a lot going on. So
His voice was even sexier.
Oh, it was. But I'm saying he found the energy in a game where obviously he's watched a lot of Buckeye football too. He knew what this game was going to be. And yet he gave it the appropriate amount of, this guy just scored a defensive touchdown. That doesn't happen every day. I'm not saying Gus had to come up with some ridiculous call, but act like you're not being, it sounded like he was being held at gunpoint to be there. Like, I'm afraid to say anything. I don't want to excite this man next to me. It's a touchdown. Please get word to the authorities. I need help. Like, why was he so quiet? It makes no sense.
It was
to
weird,
me.
and it was from the jump. It was not just because the game was a blowout. Even if it was a blowout, I've never heard him like that ever. I want to know the backstory. If it's as simple as I'm not feeling good, all right.
No, but what boggles my mind the most beyond that is the people who were defending it. Like, what did you want him to do for a Purdue game? Like what you just heard. I just played the Paul Keels cut so you could hear what a professional would do in that situation as well. Yes, it's a blowout, but this is a touchdown. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's all.
You're also still a professional broadcaster.
Yes.
It's your job. You're on a network that wants to keep eyeballs. Fox didn't announce, please leave now. This game is bad.
Folks, we can have debates about the minimum wage all you want. Gus ain't making minimum wage. He's making millions of dollars to call these games. Give us $1 million performance, Gus. That's all I'm asking for.
New AP poll is out. I will share it with you coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 10-minute delay if you're on northbound South High Street between London Groveport Road and Rathmel Road. And be aware of an accident that's causing delay on West Mound Street at South Eureka Avenue. This report is sponsored by Experience Columbus. The 2024 Columbus Gift Guide will make you say, yes, Columbus. It's a perfectly curated guide with local gifts for everyone on your list this holiday season. Shop now at experiencecolumbus.com/gift guide. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Right now, save big on 6 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties are just $2.99 each with your card and digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Add $179 million in total cash prizes.
Mom, what are you doing?
Mix in 3-parts bills, bonus boxes, and multipliers.
Is this some kind of recipe?
Gradually stir in a ton of excitement.
Oh, you're trying to make Ohio Lottery holiday scratch-offs, aren't you? Stop overcomplicating things. Just go buy all your favorites like Holiday Cash, Holiday Lucky Times 10, and Merry Money.
Oh, that is easier.
Uh-huh.
Now help sift non-winning tickets into My Lotto Rewards for a second chance to win.
Play Holiday Scratch-Offs. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and condition regulations. Play responsibly. If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At the Columbus Men's Clinic, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
The Columbus Men's Clinic has over 10 years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who've walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call the Columbus Men's Clinic at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now, including blood work. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. The Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
The Buckeyes are headed to historic Wrigley Field for a Big Ten battle with Northwestern.
Live fan coverage starts Saturday morning at 6:30 with the kick at noon.
Every game, every season, your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
Active military or veteran planning your next career move? Columbus State's IT programs prepare you for a high-tech career in Columbus's fastest-growing fields. Our veteran services team will help you maximize your benefits and connect to a supportive campus community. Apply at cscc.edu/IT.
Come try Skyline Chili's new mac and cheese 3-way, made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend, topped with Skyline chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new mac and cheese 3-way at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
At Diamond Cellar, we've been crafting love stories for over 77 years. Trust, quality, and always the guaranteed best price. Visit us today to experience the Diamond Cellar difference. Stop into our showroom on Sawmill Road or at Easton Town Center.
November is an ideal month to plant trees in Ohio because the soil is still warm, which reduces the transplant stress. Plus, trees require less water in November than in the heat of the summer, allowing roots to grow in the cooler temperatures. When planting trees, keep these tips in mind. Select trees that are zone hardy for where you plan to plant. Avoid planting trees that produce slip hazards like fruits and nuts close to sidewalks. And don't plant large trees near or under utility lines. To learn more about the November tree planting, contact an ISA certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Time now to get a look at that weather report. Looking at a blustery afternoon. Temperature is pretty mild today with highs around 60. We will be tracking wind gusting up to around 25 miles per hour today. Chilly tonight, lows in the 30s. Tomorrow, sunshine, much colder with highs in the low 50s. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Objects in radio may be dumber than they appear. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. It is Yikes Monday. Here's a little yikes today. We're out of here at 5.
Yeah.
So just a 2-hour extravaganza. We're going to try and cram 3 hours of crap, though, into a 2-hour window. Buckeyes and Youngstown State coverage starts at 6 o'clock. Hey, please subscribe to the podcast of this dumb show. It's available wherever you get your audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. New AP is out, Bone. Playoff rankings come out, what, tomorrow?
I think that's how they usually work, Tuesday nights or when they do that show.
All right, so AP top 25. Oregon stays at 1. They get all 62 first-place votes. Buckeyes up a spot to 2. Texas up 2 spots to 3. Penn State up 2 spots to 4. Indiana up 3 spots to 5. Tennessee up a spot to 6. BYU, they stay undefeated, just barely, though, up 2 spots, number 7. Notre Dame up 2 spots to 8. Alabama up 2 spots to 9. And Ole Miss up 6 spots to number 10. Of course they are, because they're a hillbilly school that beat another hillbilly school. Elsewhere in the Big Ten, nothing. That's the end of that.
3 in the top 5,
I understand.
Though.
I was just looking to see if anybody else pops in there. And the answer is no.
Four in the top five. Four. I'm sorry. I got to remember Oregon is leading the way there. So, yeah, you're right. You got 4 of the top 5 are Big Ten schools. So, and the one SEC school that's in there is the one that just joined. So, yeah, how about that, SEC? Yeah. That's not looking good for you.
Georgia loses to Ole Miss, and they look terrible doing so.
Dude.
LSU just gets waxed by Alabama.
I mean, I thought maybe LSU again at home.
They're at home.
Tough
it's
environment.
Raining sideways there.
I thought they would have some kind of showing in that game, and Bama said, "Yeah, about that. We're not missing."
Kelly sucks,
dude.
They have to have some. Who do you think has more buyer's remorse? The USC people with Lincoln Riley, or the LSU people with Brian Kelly?
The answer is. Well, I was going to say maybe Florida State with Mike Norvell.
But I'm not talking about them. We'll get to them in a second.
I know. Yeah, probably USC because, 6-3. LSU's in the top 15. Even with, they fell down, right?
Yeah, they're at 21.
Okay. Top 25 still. USC is a dumpster fire right now. That is bad. LSU should be competing for national championships, at least in their mind. That's what they expected when they bring in Brian Kelly.
That's what he expected.
Well, it's not working out. And, yeah, I would say Bama is – I hate to say it, that Bama is still alive and well in this thing, but at least we know LSU's been eliminated from the playoffs now. That shouldn't even be a question.
You know what I've decided, though?
What's that?
I'm not scared of anybody.
No.
No, what I'm saying is that normally – Buckeyes are there. They're vying for a playoff spot. And I sort of match them up against potential opponents. What if the Buckeyes played this team on a neutral site? And there's always a couple teams that I'm really nervous about playing because I think there's a talent gap. I don't think there's any talent gap this year. No. That includes the number 1 team in the country, Oregon, who we lost to by 1. But there's nobody that I look at and say, man, I really don't want to play them. I look at it and say, if the Buckeyes play their game, they can beat anybody in the country, any place.
And this is just where my brain kicks in and says, that's the way it should be.
Yes, I know that.
I don't mean just because it's Ohio State, and that's what the Scarlet and Gray do. I mean because this particular year, they said we are going heavy in the transfer portal. We are going heavy in the NIL range to make sure we keep all these guys who could have gone to the NFL stay back. They did that. That is what it should be. You should not have a talent gap to anyone, and you're right. Thankfully, it does not appear that's the case. The one blemish on the record for Ohio State is going on the road to Oregon and losing by a point or whatever it was, just a minimal score.
Right. You shouldn't have, but you did.
No. But
so
you know
let's
what?
Live with it.
But they're one of the other teams that has about as much talent as anyone in the country.
That's right. They're the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah. And they're undefeated. So they deserve all the accolades they're getting. Hopefully the Buckeyes get them in the Big Ten championship game if they can get there. And that's all of that. That's fine. But yeah, that I'm with you. I wasn't saying it from the standpoint of, LSU, thank God we don't have to face them. I'm saying I don't know why I'm so invested in this storyline. I'm very much invested in the SEC not having 5 teams in this thing.
Me too.
Because I just think it's such BS every year that we have to hear about how some 2 or 3 loss team is oh yeah, but they're just as good. No, they're not. These have you watched these games? These teams are crap. Bama is not that good. Georgia is not that good. Ole Miss is not that good.
The bitching and the moaning.
Oh.
Let's say that scenario plays out. Right? And there are some SEC teams they feel are staying home because BYU or Army or a combination of those two, maybe both. Get in. But can you imagine the Paul Feinbaum show that week?
Hey man, it's a 12-team playoff. There should be no guarantees. And I know the SEC wanted that, but again, I am fully prepared for the rug. This is going to be like Charlie Brown, where I'm sitting there going, look at Indiana up in the top 5, Penn State, Ohio State, Oregon, all up there. I am fully preparing myself for them to eventually pull the rug out from under the Big Ten and say 2 teams or 3 teams in. But Indiana is undefeated. They have a bye week and they play the Buckeyes. And then who do they play to end the year? Probably Purdue or something. I don't know. They have 1 game after us.
Purdue.
And yeah. So even if that game, whatever happens with Ohio State, I am nervous about that game. But again, Ohio State has a talent gap. They should be able to win that game. If Indiana finishes with one loss, then they should be in the college football playoffs. There should be no discussion about that. They played a Big Ten schedule and lost one time to another top 5 team. End of discussion. If that happens. And of course, if they don't lose that game, they'll be in. Like, there's no question. And you could have the argument Ohio State should be in because then their only losses are to 2 top 5 teams. But
same goes for Penn State.
Right. Like Penn State has we only lost to a team. All these teams are up in the top 5. The playoff committee is saying these teams are all top 5 and good. So, well, I guess this is an AP. We'll see what the playoff committee says tomorrow. But they're putting these teams all in the clearly college football playoff level type of teams.
All right.
Thanks, Teddy. Thank you,
Teddy.
Thank you.
Miami suffered their first loss of the season. They lose to Georgia Tech, so hell with them.
Bad.
Texas destroys Florida. Indiana hands Michigan loss number 5. Let's just take a second, shall we? On November 11th. By the way, it's 11/11. Make a wish. I was told by my daughter today is wishing day.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Why? Because it's 11/11?
Well, when the clock hits 11/11, that's when you make a wish.
I see.
So today the calendar hits 11/11. So I guess any wish is extra coming true today.
Okay. 12/12. We should do the same thing. Got it. I like it.
Whatever. I'm just saying if I'm not here tomorrow because Gabby Thomas showed up at the door last night, you know my wish came true.
Okay.
But what was I going to say? Oh, yes. It is November 11th. Michigan has 5 losses.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Yeah. And it is almost like Sherrone Moore is not as good at this as Jim Harbaugh. And this idea that they were just going to, they've got their leader in place and this guy is ready to come in. Maybe in a couple of years he'll get it turned around. Maybe they'll hit the portal hard and they'll get some new transfers in. They'll get, some high-level recruits. I'm sure they're doing fine in that regard.
Well,
but
they're putting together like a $5 million NIL package for some quarterback. I forget who it is.
Great. Good luck with that. They need a quarterback because right now they had a walk-on playing in this game, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I'm just saying it ain't that easy to just, not that I'm defending Jim Harbaugh at all, but it's almost like when you take away all your built-in cheating advantage and you get rid of like the guy who actually has been pretty good at this everywhere he's been. I hate to say it with Harbaugh. It's not like you can just walk into Michigan and turn them into a great program all of a sudden. So they don't care. They got their national championship out of it. They got their wins over the Buckeyes.
Well, you can tell yourselves you don't care.
Let's hope in a few weeks that we reopen that and get it back to where it should be with Ohio State. Let's hope that happens.
Consider it. Taking pictures of your pee-pee doesn't prevent you from coaching college basketball. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to run into some slowdown due to an accident if you're on West Mound Street at South Eureka Avenue. And things are stop and go and causing a 15-minute delay on northbound 23 between London Groveport Road and Rathmel Road. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Okay, Donato's pepperoni lovers, it's time to pick your pep deal. Now get $5 off a large hot honey pepperoni pizza or get $5 off a large pep 150 when you use promo code PEP. Order today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The holidays are right around the corner. Get a holiday loan from BMI Federal Credit Union and choose a loan amount from $1,000 to $5,000.
Visit BMIFCU.org/holiday loan for details.
The perfect Thanksgiving starts with a Meyer frozen turkey for just 33 cents per pound with M-Perks. Imagine that golden, crispy skin. Ooh, that sounds good.
Stick to the script, please.
Oh, right. Roasted to perfection with fresh rolls, creamy gravy, and a delicious sweet potato casserole. I love those little marshmallows. Sorry. Bring more good to Thanksgiving with a Meyer frozen turkey for 33 cents per pound with M-Perks. That is a good deal.
Limit 1. Exclusions apply. Discount automatically applied when you enter your M-Perks ID. See all deals in store or on the Meyer app.
Hey guys, it's Anthony Rothman. If you're feeling at a loss for energy or just not upbeat like you used to be, it could be low testosterone. That's right, it affects our moods. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, can help you get back to your best. But guys have different T levels, so don't go for a standard dosage plan. Look for TRT with an optimized personal treatment plan like you'll get with the experts at Low T Center. Do it now. Go to lowtcenter.com and book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com, and use promo code JUSTSPORTS to get a welcome bonus up to $100. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
By the time you're finished listening to this Pepsi Zero Sugar, you'll be 15 seconds closer to kickoff. Stock up now. Bengals game day is so close, you can almost taste it. Bengals watching. Better with Pepsi.
The Jackets are in Seattle for a battle with a Kraken. What the hell is a Kraken anyway? Live fan coverage starts Tuesday night at 9:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your home for Blue Jackets hockey, the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Snip, tuck, fold, crease, tuck, tape.
It's not that complicated, Dad.
Wrap, crease, tape, twist, tape.
Ohio Lottery scratch-offs make great holiday gifts. And play Holiday Bonus Millions with a 200 times multiplier and a $2 million top prize.
Fold, crinkle, crinkle, roll.
Plus, you can enter non-winning tickets in My Lotto Rewards for a second chance to win up to 1,000 times the price of your ticket.
Please crinkle, gate, fold, ring and curl, scrunch.
The best part, Dad? No wrapping required.
No tuck, fold?
No tuck, fold.
Give the gift of fun. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and condition regulations. Play responsibly.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right. Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com to get started. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Need a new health insurance plan? Don't feel like you have to search for one on your own. There's Health Markets. When you visit healthmarkets.com, you can speak with a licensed insurance agent in your area and get personalized recommendations. With Health Markets, you can feel confident you're choosing a health insurance plan that fits your needs and your budget. See how easy it can be to search for your next health insurance plan with healthmarkets.com. Visit healthmarkets.com today. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
Leaves changing in the nighttime air is cool. Fall is the perfect time to have the Waterworks inspect and tune up your furnace. Protect your family against those wintertime furnace breakdowns. Call 614-232-2222 now to schedule.
Active military or veteran planning your next career move? Columbus State's engineering technology programs prepare you for a career in Columbus's fastest growing fields. Our veteran services team will help you maximize your benefits and connect to a supportive community. Apply at cscc.edu/engineeringtech.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Highly medicated, barely educated. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
You know, Bone, I sat down yesterday for a long day of foosball.
Yeah.
I had a lot of rock-hard parlays I was confident in.
Yeah.
Had some ice-cold Coors Light in the fridge, Silver Bullet. I needed quite a few of those Coors Lights because I lost every single thing that I touched yesterday.
Oh, buddy, I'm sorry to hear that.
Money went away. But the good news is the Coors Light tasted delicious whether I'm making money or losing lots and lots and lots of money like I was yesterday. So whether you're a winner or a loser like me, stock up on some ice-cold Coors Light. 21 means 21. Please drink responsibly. Todd Golden is Florida's basketball coach. He's going to coach tonight. They're playing a game against Grambling State at home. Why is this interesting? Well, on Friday, he was the subject of a Title IX complaint over at Florida. The complaint, a copy of which was obtained by ESPN, includes allegations that Golden sent photos and videos of his genitalia, made unwanted sexual advances on Instagram, and requested sexual favors of students. On multiple occasions, Golden allegedly took photos of women walking or driving or in their cars at various locations and then sent them to the subjects of the photos.
Right.
He also allegedly showed up to locations where he knew the woman would be, according to the complaint.
If you're listening to that and saying, wait, what's wrong with taking a photo of a lady driving around and then sending it to her? That's not creepy. Then
you're creepy.
You're being creepy.
Yeah, you're creepy.
That's very creepy.
Golden released a statement Saturday acknowledging the school inquiry and said he was considering defamation claims.
Wow.
He then said, I got confused. I'm considering defecation claims.
Is that a claim?
Yes.
Yeah. Not a great look. Obviously, we talked about this on Friday when the news came out, but also, yeah, he's saying none of this is true. School's doing its investigation. I would hope.
Should be pretty easy to prove.
I mean, I would hope that you would be able to look at that and say, all right, well, do we have pictures of genitalia and did they come from him? And are these people telling the truth? If so, then I don't know.
There's going to be a forensic trail one way or the other.
About? Yeah.
I mean, did you send this stuff or not from your account? It should be pretty easy to determine that.
Yeah, I don't know. This has been ongoing since September, right? Didn't they say that that's when the Title IX inquiry started? And I believe the school was notified before that of this issue or of this complaint. So we'll find out. I would think there would be something sooner than later, but yeah, they have a game tonight, right?
Yes, they're playing Grambling State tonight.
So he'll be on the sidelines, barring a last-minute change there.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, want to obviously thank all the military members listening to us. It is Veterans Day.
That's right. Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah, we thank you all for your service, and obviously think of those that aren't with us anymore because of that service. It's a day of honor, so we definitely put that out there for everybody who served. Also, yesterday I found out something very disturbing about a different day that also kind of lives as a Memorial Day for at least people in the Midwest, I feel like. Yesterday was the anniversary of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. 1975, November 10th, 1975, the SS Edmund Fitzgerald, Great Lakes freighter that sank in Lake Superior, and all 29 members of the crew, including the captain, all passed away. They still don't really know what caused it to sink. There are various theories out there about it. It was in heavy gales, heavy storms. Another ship that was out there tried to look for it, to find it. They could never, locate it until obviously later where they found it after it all had crashed. It was at the bottom of, Lake Superior. The song that came out a few years later by Gordon Lightfoot, that obviously brought a lot of attention to this. I mentioned this yesterday to my wife, and I said, it's the Edmund Fitzgerald Day. It's the day of that sinking. It's the anniversary. And she goes, what is that?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. And I said, well, there's the song.
She's probably heard the song.
Gordon Lightfoot. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so I played some of it for her, and she said, I've never heard this song in my life.
Wow.
And you know me. I'm usually on this show. You and Ted are the ones that'll be like, oh, yeah, you remember Skippy McGee with his song Back Fat. And I'm just like, I've never heard it.
It's a hell of a tune.
Yeah, and I'm sitting like, I've never heard it. And you guys are like, oh, come on, Bo, and how have you not heard that? So I had that moment. It was nice to be the one in the relationship going, I can't believe you've never heard this.
Did you make her feel appropriately stupid?
Oh, the rest of the day, it was just me talking about, this thing was 700 feet long. At the time, it was the largest ship on the Great Lake for many years. Yeah, I mean, I was all about this.
Gordon Lightfoot died just last year.
Yes.
We must have missed it.
I believe I want to say there is a chapel in Detroit where they have, I don't know if it's called like the Sailors Chapel. There's something to do with seagoing vessels in this chapel. There's some connection there. And apparently they do a ceremony when like a ship sinks or something like that to remember some of these people. Apparently, I believe they did something for Gordon Lightfoot when he passed away.
Nice.
In honor of the song. So, yeah, this is, if you grew up around the Great Lakes, this is obviously a day. I think Jim Harbaugh used to talk about this day quite extensively back then. Because that's, it sank off a point in Michigan up on the UP. So, yeah.
All right, moving on. Here's something else for you, Teddy. By the way, Teddy's keeping us accountable today because we're trying to cram a 3-hour show into 2 hours. We're done at 5 today because for some ungodly reason, Buckeye basketball wants to start at 6. So, hey, catch all the action right here on the Fan. Here's some sad news that I think is right there up with, 29 people who died?
Yeah.
Yeah. The last remaining TGI Fridays in Central Ohio has closed.
Oh, no.
There was one more that was hanging on in Reynoldsburg, and apparently people went there to get some mozzarella sticks. They looked at the sign on the door, and it said, no mas.
Oh, no.
It's closed. The corporate entity who owns TGI Fridays has entered into bankruptcy, but that was the last location in Central Ohio.
You were a big fan of TGI Fridays, right?
I did. I went quite a bit.
Yeah.
Back when I was banging.
Yeah,
It wasn't Chili's, but I did enjoy it.
Oh, where have you been going recently? Was Chili's where you've been going? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See,
I've actually read that Chili's and Applebee's are making a resurgence.
Oh.
But TGI Fridays, I guess, couldn't catch on to the bandwagon.
Really?
Because Gen Zs love Chili's and Applebee's.
Interesting.
Yes, they're the young people are going there, presumably, to rebel against their parents.
Or like, can I throw something at you? When did you go to a lot of these places? I know when I went was when I was in my 20s, like my late teens and 20s.
Well,
those were the hangs. If you weren't going to a bar, or if you did go to a bar after you would go there either before or after, get some food in you.
Yes, but there are many other options now that we didn't have back then.
I know, but I'm pointing out that the staple parts of those restaurants do make a lot of sense. If it's, hey, would you like a $12.99 meal that gives you a sandwich and a beer?
I think it's that. I think it's consistent. I think the fact that their parents avoided places like that.
Yeah,
I know any place that my parents wanted to go and told me not to go.
Yeah,
I would rebel and I'd say, yeah, Applebee's. But there's this whole place, family owned, really tiny. You got to make a list for focaccia bread. You fill out a form, and then maybe 3 years later.
I wasn't sure what was happening.
What's the matter?
A list for focaccia. They got me all focaccia
it's an
over
airy
here.
bread. You fill out a list, and then maybe you get one. Their kids are saying, what the hell do I want to do that for?
Yeah.
Why can't I just go get some boneless wings on a Monday for half price?
Phil just said in the chat, why would you pay to sit down and be served frozen food, gross and waste of money? Yeah, this is the point. Like, it's not about that only. I agree with you that there are places where you could probably get better quality food. What do you think your McDonald's food is? Do you think they just ground the
Phil
beef?
Thinks that's gross too.
Like, okay, I'm just pointing out that, like, there are places for people to maybe not spend $40 on fresh ground beef and all this stuff or whatever you're getting.
And the fact that you don't have to make it. Like, you can say, oh, those mozzarella sticks are frozen. All right. Do you have a deep fryer at home?
They're dropping them in a fryer. They're doing a lot. They have a big griddle that they're actually warming this stuff up on. It does give it a little bit better taste.
Oh, are you kidding? I've made my own mozzarella sticks in the oven. They don't taste the same.
No. Also, it's just, you're out and there's food. I think that the idea that it's a chain and it can't be any good, I have said this for a long time. You agree with me. The Bloomin' Onion, one of the best things that's ever been invented, or the variations that other restaurants do. If you put that in a food truck, you put it in a hole-in-the-wall place that was super tough to get to with no parking, there would be a line out the door of people paying $20 to eat that food. But you serve it at Outback, you serve it at a number of other restaurants, and suddenly it's like, oh, this piece of crap for $8. Who wants that? And it's like, it's delicious. It doesn't matter if it's $8 or not.
It's an onion the size of a baby's head.
And they deep fried it with a bunch of stuff on it and give you horseradish dressing. What's not to like?
Are there GMOs in this onion?
Yes.
Yeah. Lots.
Lots of them.
Lots. And it's delicious.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? Oh, Connor Stalions is doing Michigan's dirty work again. I'll fill you in. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at some slower traffic if you need to travel northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. And we also have slow traffic on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is brought to you by Monogram Homes. Start your true custom home journey today with a builder you can trust. Monogram Homes. Visit Monogram Homes online at monogramhomes.net.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At the Columbus Men's Clinic, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
The Columbus Men's Clinic has over 10 years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the league of gentlemen who walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call the Columbus Men's Clinic at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now, including blood work. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. The Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
At Baths R Us, we're terrible roofers. We stink at installing siding. And don't ever call us for your kitchen remodel. But if you want a stunning, beautiful bathroom makeover in just 2 or 3 days, now that's when you want to call us. See, unlike most contractors these days, we offer only one service, bathroom remodeling. We don't spread ourselves thin by doing roofing or siding and a bunch of other stuff. Nope. At Baths R Us, we dedicate every company resource into mastering the craft of bath transformations. It's why we're the Midwest's biggest 5-star family-owned bathroom company. And it's why we have the happiest customers. Just check out our Google reviews. Baths R Us. We're terrible roofers, but we're awesome bathroom remodelers. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Jake Diebler and the Buckeyes are back at the shot for the home opener as they battle Youngstown State.
I got courtside seats. I'm in.
Live fan coverage starts Monday night at 5. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
At Humana, our Medicare Advantage plans give you coverage and care you can count on, along with guided support to help you feel your best. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options and choose a Medicare Advantage plan. You'll feel confident because you have plan options that fit your needs. You could have a plan with a $0 premium and even personalized care from a wide network of doctors, or all-in-one plans that may include medical and prescription coverage, as well as routine dental, vision, and hearing. When it comes to the benefits and support you need, Humana has Medicare Advantage plans made for your well-being and your wallet. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Meijer knows that Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 24th through the 30th, when you buy Meijer brand foods, our Simply Give program will feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. So when you bring that perfectly fluffed stuffing to the table, the cranberry sauce and green bean casserole, you're actually bringing more good to more neighbors. Let's bring more good to Thanksgiving with Meijer brand and Simply Give. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details.
Common Man and T-Bone here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Bone, did you know the sportsbook is now called ESPN Bet?
I did, and you can watch your favorite teams on the biggest screens, place your bets, and grab some wings with an ice-cold pint.
Maybe you're too boring and don't want to go to the casino. Good news. You can keep the action going and place your bets on the go with the ESPN Bet app.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook is your 50-yard line ticket to odds, point spreads, and over-unders.
It's the place to be. Losers must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Saturday is game day on the Fan.
Sponsored by Riker Chevy.
Every game, every season, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. The kings of local social media.
Twitters and twatters.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Bone and I do all our banging at Hollywood Casino Columbus, specifically the ESPN Bet Sportsbook that exists within Hollywood Casino Columbus. It's right there, smack dab in the middle. 2 huge walls of TVs, 12,000 square feet of action, food, drink, coked out Scotty Vegas. We're all there. I was there this weekend weeping and crying because I lost so much money. You can be like me or a better version of me and hang out at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. We're here until 5 today because that's when Buckeye basketball coverage starts. Buckeyes play Youngstown State tonight. Catch all the action starting at 5, tip at 6. Here is the plug sheet for tomorrow. Fish has handed it to me. I have to do it, Teddy.
Move on. No, we can't. We got to get this in.
Morning Juice, 6:33 tomorrow morning. Anthony Schlegel will be on. Tyvis Powell will be on Rothman and Ice at 1:33. And whatever. That's the end of that. Right, Ted?
Yeah, you got it.
Connor Stalions has a new gig, according to a report from CBS Detroit. He is now a member of the coaching staff at Belleville High School, home of five-star 2025 Michigan quarterback Bryce Underwood.
Oh, God.
Stalions joined Belleville at the end of the regular season.
Oh, God.
Since his arrival, he's been calling offensive plays since the playoffs started and has assisted with the school's defense and special teams. He previously coached at Mumford High School. They finished the season with a 1-8 record. And apparently he was so good there that he got this job over at Belleville.
Right. This is a little smidgen of why I don't care that Bronny James got to play a couple games in the NBA. Not to bring it up to a weird thing, but like there's been worse decisions made in sports about who gets to do what. And like this here, Connor Stalions, he obviously wasn't ever really a great coach at Michigan. No one should think that. His whole job there was analyzing other teams' calls and learning how to steal them. If you want to say he did that all legally or illegally, that was his job. He admits that was his job, was to figure out the other team's play calls, figure out how to read that. So then letting him coach high school because he somehow knows what he's doing there, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have any expertise in that. And, of course, 1-8 at the school he was at. Now he goes off to a school where the guy is a five-star recruit from Michigan, clearly just trying to keep, it seems like to me, this is someone trying to keep an eye on him for the program, all that stuff.
Well, this is the dude. What's his name again? This is the guy that Bryce Underwood.
This is the guy they think is going to save Michigan?
This is the guy that they've prepared the $5 million NIL offer for.
Right. You don't think that Sharon Moore has a way to contact Connor Stalions?
No. We know that they do.
I'm saying, like, that's gross. That's gross and weird, and I don't like it.
His new number. By the way, speaking of crying, Florida State. Listen, we've talked about, you want to talk about a future 30 for 30? I want to see this, where you're undefeated one year, and then the next year you come back and you're 1-9. Mike Norvell, who is the bad head coach at Florida State, has fired both of his coordinators today. They lost to Notre Dame 52-3. They are 1-9 on the season. They rank last among 134 FBS teams in scoring, with 13.3 points a game. Again, this is a Power 5 school that last season went undefeated.
Right.
They're 1-9. Look, we look at that, year that Tress had to leave abruptly and Luke Fickell had to take over.
Was that 2011?
2011. And they were 6-7 when it was all done because they lost the bowl game, I think. But we look at that as rock bottom. Michigan fans are probably looking at this 5-5 season they're in the middle of right now.
Yeah, that could be about a rock bottom type of season for them.
I'm telling you, I don't know how in modern college football for a program like Florida State, 1-9 is even possible. A dirty bomb could go off over at the Woody and knock out 3/4 of the team. God forbid, hope it doesn't. That team's still not going 1-9. How?
I'm just trying to look up and see what the scores were for that 2011 season real quick because I could be wrong. I mean, I don't recall there being any massive blowouts, right? Like they lost some games, surely. Like they lost to Michigan State 10-7.
They lose 52-3?
They lost to Miami, like Florida, Miami, 24-6. That's about, I think, as bad as it got because all the other games they lost were within a score or two. I'm saying you're losing, like Florida State is losing games to Notre Dame at the clip that Purdue is losing them to Ohio State. You know what I mean? Like that's the score disparity in these games. And maybe you could say the team's given up. There's a lot of guys there that were there just to try to compete and run it back. And when that wheels fell off of that pretty quickly and then the team just gave up, I don't know. I'm sure they've had injuries and other things, but how it's jarring to see that a school that went undefeated the year before is now 1-9.
1-9
and getting boat raced by whoever
injuries.
they're playing, even if it is a top 10 team in Notre Dame or whatever. You're Florida State. You shouldn't be losing by 50.
Florida, not Florida State. Florida. The Florida Gators are terrible.
Yeah.
All right? They're terrible. They're going to play each other next week.
Yeah, and Florida's probably going to smoke
them. The Gators are going to kill them.
I think it's in a couple weeks, but yeah.
It's a couple weeks, whatever it is. And then Florida State finishes the season against FCS Charleston Southern. So fingers crossed, they'll finish with 2 victories.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For a team that went 13-0 last year.
that's unbelievable.
I can't imagine what this town would be like.
No.
If you had a Buckeye football team that was 1-9. I can't imagine.
I'll tell you what. You know what it would do? I think honestly, if that ever happened, there would be a lot of people who would just they would say, it would be like waking up after like a bomb went off, like, and you just come out of the bomb shelter after 20 years. People just go, I never really have watched the Blue Jackets. Maybe I should. Like, I've never checked out a Crew game. I should check that out. Huh? You say the ballet happens around here, huh? Like, there would just be people who have never done anything other than in the fall watch Ohio State football, and that's it. That's their life. That's all they think about. That would say, time to find other hobbies, I guess. I need to do something. Like, not that you wouldn't watch Ohio State, but it would cease to be the number one and only thing you ever pay attention to.
Big day in the NFL yesterday. We'll chat about it coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to find traffic is moving a little slow on eastbound 670 between Neal Avenue and I-70. And stop-and-go traffic is causing almost a 20-minute delay on northbound South High Street between London Groveport Road and Rathmel Road. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Okay, Donato's pepperoni lovers, it's time to pick your pep deal. Now get $5 off a large hot honey pepperoni pizza or get $5 off a large pep 150 when you use promo code PEP. Order today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com, and use promo code JUSTSPORTS to get a welcome bonus up to $100. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Gambling too much? I'm Abdullah Mahmood, problem gambling counselor at Mary Heben, where we offer in-person, virtual, and group options. We're here for you no matter what, and that's a bet you can actually count on this football season. Go to maryhaven.com today.
Our city is booming, and so is the crisis in our streets.
We have different groups coming in, so we have individuals returning to society from incarceration, individuals in recovery.
With homelessness on the rise, one organization is taking a different approach.
This is what a typical house looks like.
A tiny project that could offer the biggest solutions in hope for the homeless.
Vista Village is for individuals who want a second chance.
All new Monday on 10 TV News at 6 and streaming on 10 TV Plus.
Here are the stars of our show.
I am your host, Ryan Seacrest.
The Wheel You Love is back.
Yes! Let's have some fun.
This season will truly be unlike any other.
This has never happened before on Wheel of Fortune.
With bigger trips.
Yeah, baby.
Bigger prizes.
I'd love to take you backstage to the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
And bigger surprises.
There it is.
What a great show.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
Wheel of Fortune. Weeknights at 7:30 on 10 TV.
All right, the happy Honda days are here at your main Honda of Dublin. So I just talked to Rich, and he tells me they're going to help you celebrate your new vehicle with 0% APR up to 72 months on select 2024 and 25 models. He's also starting select leases as low as $249 a month. Germain Honda of Dublin, where you'll get same-day service, no appointment necessary. See the dealer for all these amazing details. Germain Honda of Dublin. They're on Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
It's fall, and Giant Eagle is your one-stop shop for all your traditional fall festivities. From pumpkin-flavored everything to the actual pumpkin and all the tools to carve it, Giant Eagle is the place where all your fall activities start. Deals for days means tons of discounts on all your favorite tailgate items, snacks, and everyday essentials you need for your Halloween party. Featured items will only be available at these amazing prices for a limited time, so don't miss out on Giant Eagle and Market District's Deals for Days for all the deals for fall. Visit your local Giant Eagle or Market District today.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here from Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, announcing our $99 home preventative maintenance checkup. Carpenter & Bryant will do whatever it takes to get you ready for the fall and winter ahead. Check us out at carpentercolumbus.com. That's carpentercolumbus.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
And I'm Timmy Hall. We got a little basketball on tap here on a Monday. The 21st ranked Buckeyes have their home opener versus Youngstown State at 6. If you saw freshman John Mobley shooting it against Texas, you may want to see that up close. Head coach Jake Diebler, he's ready for tonight.
I expect us to have a great turnout and, for us to, keep building upon how we played. It's nice not to hop on a plane to go play a game, so looking forward to it.
Warm-up coverage butts into this fine program at 5. See what the 12th-ranked Ohio State women's program announced today? Hall of Famer Katie Smith is the newest assistant coach to Kevin McGuff, and J.C. Sheldon was announced the director of player development. The women host Charlotte tomorrow night at 6. Monday Night Football tonight, Rams host the Dolphins at 8:15. This one is sponsored by Valley Ford of Columbus, your connection for the best selection of Ford Blue Advantage certified used vehicles. Breaking sports news on The Fan.
The only thing better than watching football is talking about it. So we invented Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. Some fans drink the Kool-Aid. These guys drink the bleach. This is Man and Bone.
Common Man and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. It is Yikes Monday. Yikes at 4:34. We're only here for this hour, then we're done at 5 o'clock because we have Buckeye basketball coverage starting. So we'll cram as much in as we possibly can, including selling you some T-shirts. Bone, did you know that there's new merch available in the Fan store?
I very much know that. I've seen quite a bit of it. It looks awesome. I'm excited to try some of it out myself, wear some of it.
Go to 971thefan.com, click on the cool stuff tab. It takes you to the Fan store. You can get a Fat Boy Food Tap shirt. You can get a Yikes shirt, considering it's Yikes Monday.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for Buckeye, Blue Jackets, Cavs, you got Cavs stuff in there?
I don't know if we have, maybe. I don't know if that's in there.
There's Brown stuff in there.
There's licensed stuff for Ohio State, for the Browns.
All right.
Jackets.
Go there. 971thefan.com. Click on the cool stuff tab.
We also have, I will say, there is a Teddy This Ain't One of Them shirt.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
And there's a new one that just dropped in there. And all these shirts, by the way, you can get them on a T-shirt. You can get them on a hoodie as well. A little thing called You'll See is a shirt you can buy. Timmy Hall's catchphrase is on the shirt.
Look at you, Timmy.
Yeah.
Getting your own shirt.
Only took about 2 years for that one to get up there.
Well, it's there, buddy.
Yeah.
Little thing called You'll See.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out now. 971thefan.com.
Going to be hot.
Chiefs looked like they were ready to lose to the Broncos, and then not. Had the blocked field goal, stay undefeated.
This is what they do,
I know.
right? It doesn't matter how bad the game is, how bad they play, any of that. They keep finding ways to win. I personally want to believe that, like, I don't care. Go undefeated in the regular season, and then I just want to see them lose in the playoffs. That's all I want. Not all I want. It's one of the things I want for the holidays. I want that to happen.
Do you hate them that much?
You know what it is? I'm just sick of them. Ever since the game with the Browns, I know Bengals fans have had plenty of run-ins with them. Like, the hell with them. I'm done. I'm no fan of this Chiefs team.
All right, we're moving on.
Thanks, Teddy.
Moving on. 49ers over 500 with a victory in Tampa. Baker and Tampa now under 500 by a couple games. Steelers are 7-2 after beating Timmy's Washington Commanders. Hey, Timmy, how'd you like the spot on that football late in the game?
It's a great spot. Good spot.
No problems?
Yeah, it's great. Great. Yeah, it catches the ball at the 41-yard line. Let's put him at the 42. Perfect.
Can I just point out something annoying about the Steelers? And that is
7-2?
Yes, they're 7-2. And all I had to hear this offseason from the Steelers fans I know was like, oh, man, we're probably going to be 500 again. We're probably not going to win any games. We're probably going to need to fire Mike Tomlin. You're 7-2. Now, you do have the tougher part of your schedule coming up. But go figure, Timmy. They go up against your Commanders. Jay Daniels having a great year. What did they do to him in this game? They blitzed him.
They harassed him.
What a novel concept. Blitzing like a rookie quarterback. And I'm sure there are, like, Kevin Stefanski and the brain trust with the Browns would go, that's so easy. We're not going to do that. We're going to do all this other complicated crap. It's not going to work.
He couldn't even run. What did he run for, like 4 yards?
Couldn't run.
They smothered him.
Couldn't
I'm
run.
saying.
They have fast defenders, too. Like, that's one of those. They're one of those teams that show you, okay, you could have done a lot of the stuff against when you were at LSU or against some of the weaker NFL teams, but not the edge guys that we got in Pittsburgh.
I'm just saying, like, I think a lot of teams get too cute, and the Steelers are just like, you know what we're going to do? we're going to go blitz the hell out of this rookie quarterback, see if that works. And guess what? It did, because that's how the Steelers always seem to get it done. Oh, and Russell Wilson isn't god-awful now. That's exactly that's what we needed, right?
The fact that they're switching quarterbacks 3 weeks in, they got no quarterback of the future, and they're still 7-2. And,
I agree.
Washington
They have a defense of the present, though. I'll tell you that.
They have a great defense.
They got a great defense. I was pleased with Washington's defense. You score 27 points on those Steelers, you need to win that game, and they didn't.
Yeah.
Cowboys, yucky against the Eagles today. No, I want to talk to you about your dumpster fire team. Look, I know that the season was over already because Cooper Rush is there and Dak is dead.
Yeah.
It was over before the Cooper Rush era was ushered in this weekend. But your team's falling apart.
Well, they're just not falling apart. They're just god awful because they're getting blown out at home, and they've had like 3 losses over 25 points. They're not even in games. So, I mean, I know they're not going to win, but you'd like to see, hey,
don't
these
embarrass
teams
yourself.
can come in and try to, scramble around, fight, and try to, you're not going to win, but play tough, but they're just awful.
Yeah, but it's the poor design of your stadium. Is what's doing it.
The sun was in his eyes.
The sunbeams.
You know what? I love that, though, because CeeDee Lamb didn't even see this ball that was thrown at him because the glare of the sun coming through these windows. And after the game, Jerry Jones gets asked about that because it's, that's not why he lost the game. But that is why, like, that particular play, you got screwed up on it. And he's like, well, because a reporter said, why don't you just put curtains up or something during the game so that doesn't happen? He says, well, why don't we just tear a stadium down and build a new one?
I want me some glory hole.
No. He then went on to say, people know where the sun is. Maybe we should think about that when we decide where we're going to get the ball when we win the coin toss.
Yeah.
And my answer to that is, you know who else knows where the sun is? The architects who designed your damn stadium and put it in a direction with glass in it.
What the hell is the difference? You have to switch sides after each quarter. What's the difference?
The difference is maybe don't build a stadium you have a dome. Why would you build something in like that? It's so stupid.
Let the light in, Bone. If you let the light in, it's not as depressing when you're losing to your rival.
How about podcast Micah Parsons? You see all this, Teddy?
Yeah, I saw it.
He's out there talking about Mike McCarthy, saying, I don't feel bad for him. He can go off and get some other job. I feel bad for all the guys on our team that this may be their last ride. We thought we were going to get a championship. All right, they know. Dead man walking right there. That's done.
I think it's a little overdone with the Micah Parsons stuff.
What do you mean?
I'm not a huge fan of his. I think the podcast is stupid. I think these guys should just, play football during the season and do whatever the hell you want to do. But
you mean him doing it is a little too much for being a current player?
I mean, I wouldn't be okay with one of my guys doing it in season, but I've seen people say, "Oh, he's calling out Mike McCarthy." Is he though, or did he just say this guy's a good coach? He can get a job any place?
Oh, no. The view was because he was asked, how do you feel about this season? And he basically said, at the end of the year, I know he can go on and get a job elsewhere. There's a lot of guys here who this is it for them. So he's acknowledging what everyone is basically acknowledging, that this is it for Mike McCarthy. He's probably getting fired at the end of this.
Yeah, because players have an infinite amount of time to play. Coaches can coach almost forever until they're dead. So that's what he's kind of saying.
Yeah, he's saying he'll keep coaching, and in probably 3 or 4 years, he'd be a coordinator somewhere.
Yeah, it's an endless cycle. It's an endless merry-go-round for coaches, whether you got to go back to being an OC or a DC. You're right.
Either way, wheels are off. And by the way, after CeeDee Lamb missed that catch, they settled for a field goal, then the Eagles ripped off 27 straight. So,
all right, we're moving on.
I don't think it's the light.
Here's something else. Let's move on from this, too. I never want to talk about the New York Jets again.
Good God.
All right, I don't want to hear they saved their season. I don't want to hear anything about it. They go to Arizona, they get waxed. They suck. They can't do anything. Aaron Rodgers, his career is over. Doesn't change the fact that he's a Hall of Famer. Doesn't change the fact that he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of a certain generation. I'm telling you right now, he sucks. Yeah. He's done.
Yeah, I mean,
washed.
Do we at least, though, acknowledge maybe, again, they suck. Also, the Cardinals, don't look now, they're 6-4.
I understand.
Might actually be a little secret good. Little smidgen of secret good.
They could be. Who the hell knows? Here's what I do know. There's very few things we do know in the NFL season.
Yes.
Right?
Browns are bad.
I know. Well, Browns are bad.
We always know that.
Right?
Yeah.
Bears are bad. Oh, stop.
Hold on. We'll get there.
We'll get there. All right.
Yeah.
I know that the Jets are terrible. They're 3-7. There's no hope. However, the national shows won't leave them alone. We're going to continue to talk about them and the Giants and the Cowboys until we all vomit.
before Ted buzzes us, let me just give you a stat about the Jets, and then we can move on. They allowed touchdown drives yesterday. The Jets defense did, of 70 yards, 70 yards, 70 yards, and 88 yards before forcing a punt.
That's consistency.
That's bad. Again, I'm not.
All right, we're done.
Yeah, fine.
Jared Goff throws 5 picks. Lions beat the Texans anyway. That was sloppy as hell. You had a guy in Jared Goff coming into that game leading the universe in completion percentage. Threw 3 interceptions all season long. He had 5 in the third quarter.
He hadn't thrown one since week 3, and then throws 5 in a game.
It looked like he couldn't even grip the ball. The ball's coming out like a knuckleball last night. All that being said, they win the game.
Well, yeah, and they're down, 23-7 at halftime?
Yeah.
You thought that game is over, and this is why that Lions team, I think, always is dangerous, is because it doesn't matter how big they get down, they find a way back into the game, and they did last night.
C.J. Stroud.
That defense gave him some problems in the second half.
I got to tell you, he's had some problems the last 3 games.
There were just a lot of interceptions in that game. You're right. CJ's had a little bit of the last couple weeks of. I'm sure that's not encouraging.
Did you hear the start of the third quarter where Dan Campbell is still giving the interview? I'm sure it was recorded, but it's we just got to kind of stack plays and we just need that first turnover and then literally CJ Stroud's throwing an interception while the interview is playing. Yeah. They start to eat into it.
Was
that a live interview or was it?
No, it had to be the taped one, but they were playing it for the first time, at the very, very beginning of
that's what they do,
the third
right?
quarter.
They record it when they come out of the tunnel.
Yeah, we also caught up with Lions coach Dan Campbell, and he's breaking that down. Need some turnovers, need that first one. Boom, CJ throws it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Teddy, we're done. Hey, we had the Panthers beating the Giants in Germany yesterday. No, hold on a second.
Who cares?
I want to tell
right, Teddy. Who cares?
Who cares about that game is right. Stop it, Timmy. Don't you start too. Show of hands. Who doesn't love that 9:30 kick?
Oh,
I do. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah. You know what they're doing? They already said next year they're trying to get 8 or 9 of these.
They want 8 international games next year.
That's not what they want.
I want one in Scotland.
Well, you know what, Timmy? You may get your wish. They want 16 of these. I promise you. They want to sell one a week for 16, 17 weeks, whatever, where they can have maybe not the first week, right, because it's opening week. But after that, they want a 9:30 kick, I guarantee you, every week or every other week. Next year, it'll be about every other week, don't you think?
Here are the countries 8 on the table for next season. Spain, which they have not been to. Mexico, which they have. Brazil, they have. UK, and then in parentheses, it says Ireland. So,
all right.
I mean, they haven't been there. I know college football's been there. Germany.
Yeah, they just did it.
The Germans love it. They were singing their songs.
Germans love David Hasselhoff and the NFL.
John Denver.
And Shane Hockley.
And Sweet Caroline. They were singing that a couple times.
They love it.
Did you see Shane Hockley given he called a false start in German?
Would you see the story behind that?
It was very poor German, but he did do it.
His father called the game in Mexico, the first
Ed Hockley did this.
Ed, and then he did the penalty
in Spanish.
In Spanish, yes.
Yes. So a little tribute there. Wow. I thought that was nice. I did
Those
see
Hockley's pumping iron.
They arm wrestle.
Bilingual.
I did see a German. There was the German announce crew that is broadcasting to Germany, and this was all in German. Obviously, I was hitting the English transcripts, or the translation. But it showed them during that call, and they all said, "What?" They were all like, "Whoa, what? What did he do?" And then they said, "I didn't understand it because it was so bad." So apparently, he did his best, but it wasn't. But they just weren't expecting it. They thought he was going to announce it all in English.
Say that in English, please?
Yeah. But
we'd have a better chance getting it.
But the crowd figured it out, and the crowd was cheering for him. And you know what? I think that's a nice gesture.
We actually have some audio of the German broadcast. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, go ahead.
There you go.
Would you like to touch my monkey?
That's it.
Sprockets.
That's all I got for you.
Good.
Hey, Fat Boy Food Tap! Coming up next, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at some slow traffic on eastbound 70 downtown between the 71 West Split and Livingston Avenue. And things are also slow on southbound 71 on the north side between 670 and I-70. This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples has amazing deals on everything you need for the holidays, from custom holiday cards and photo gifts to laptops and gaming systems, even shipping solutions. And now save up to $350 on select computers. In-store only. Offer ends 11/16. Unwrap huge holiday savings at Staples. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Right now, save big on 6 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties are just $2.99 each with your card and digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
In a divorce, it's important to have a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell, a domestic litigation and family law firm. We champion your rights as an individual and your role as a parent, taking an aggressive approach in court while leveling the legal playing field in domestic matters. That's what a champion does. That's what Cordell & Cordell can do for you. Visit us at CordellCordell.com.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Now, in our last session, you said you were hearing noises.
Terrible noises.
Tell me more.
Same time every morning.
Can you describe them?
Well, it starts like yee and then turns into woo, woo, woo.
Indeed. And does it also come with a...
That's exactly what it is. How did you know, Doctor?
This is a symptom of not having an Apex Pros water heater.
Doctor, I know my husband, and he would never...
And the sound then goes yip, yip, woo, woo, woo. I'm writing you a prescription for an Apex Pros water heater.
You really think this will help?
Apex Pros, the pros who knows. First you doubt me, then you doubt the pros who knows.
I'm not doubting. I just didn't think my husband would make such
the unnecessary suffering of surprise cold water. I've seen it 1,000 times. Apex Pros even has tankless solutions that provide never-ending warm water.
Wow.
The crazy sounds will go away by tomorrow. Now here's my bill. Now about that sound.
It's Alex, the Apex Bear. We are the pros who knows. The official plumber of the Columbus Blue Jackets. ApexPros.com.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app, or listen at home on your smart speaker, or open up the iHeartRadio app, or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the dopes at The Fan.
Hey guys, it's D. Miller. If you're not feeling upbeat like you used to be, it could be low testosterone. That's right, it affects our moods. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, can help you get back to your best. But we're not all the same. So don't go for TRT referred to as a standard dosage plan. Look for TRT with an optimized personal treatment plan, like you'll get with the experts at Low T Center. They provide advanced therapy and have over a decade of experience. So go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
If your garage door's been up since Doc and Marty McFly hit the big screen, we've got you. We are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've been transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Active military or veteran planning your next career move? Columbus State's IT programs prepare you for a high-tech career in Columbus's fastest-growing fields. Our veteran services team will help you maximize your benefits and connect to a supportive campus community. Apply at cscc.edu/IT.
November is an ideal month to plant trees in Ohio because the soil is still warm, which reduces the transplant stress. Plus, trees require less water in November than in the heat of the summer, allowing roots to grow in the cooler temperatures. When planting trees, keep these tips in mind. Select trees that are zone hardy for where you plan to plant. Avoid planting trees that produce slip hazards, like fruits and nuts close to sidewalks. And don't plant large trees near or under utility lines. To learn more about the November tree planting, contact an ISA-certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton. ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
Low energy, brain fog, or bloating? Your body might need a detox. Active Liver from New Nordic makes it easy to help your liver detox your body all year long without major changes to your diet or lifestyle.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine, but breezy and cool on this Monday. Temperatures holding around 60, down to the upper 30s overnight with brisk northwest winds into your Tuesday morning. A little sunshine to finish off the day, but still breezy and cool by the afternoon with highs only in the low 50s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Barely famous, incredibly stupid. Back to Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. We're out of here at the top of the hour. We're here just till 5 o'clock because Buckeye basketball coverage starts at 5. Home opener over at the Shot against Youngstown State, or as Timmy likes to call them, the Gwins of Youngstown State. Catch all the action right here on The Fan. I saw that Jack Del Rio, who was an analyst with Wisconsin, has resigned.
Yes.
Because he had a Dewey
little drinky poo
over the weekend. So he said, I'm grateful to Coach Fickle and the University of Wisconsin for the opportunity to work with such a talented coaching staff and some of the best young football players in the country. I've decided to step away from my position with the team so they can focus all their attention on the remainder of the season and sucking.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where we're at. So I don't blame him for stepping down. He had to.
Are we ready to move on, Ted? You want to hear more about drunk Jack Del Rio?
I'm
looking at Ted.
I thought we were getting the buzzer right after you finished.
Ted's
and I realized
in
I didn't
control
get
of the
any
show.
buzzer, so I just thought,
I thought he really
going.
enjoyed that conversation. Fat Boy Food, yeah!
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
Bone, you're a fan of Skyline Chili.
I do like Skyline Chili.
They have a new item, mac and cheese.
Okay.
Yes, they say a limited time only at participating locations. It's creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend, topped with Skyline Chili, and then more shredded cheese on top. It's a mac and cheese 3-way over at Skyline.
Oh, you know what? I am not a big fan of personally, I'm not a big fan of the spaghetti with everything on it, the 5-way, all that stuff.
Well, this isn't that.
I know. If you're telling me there's a cheesy base to the noodles, and then all I'm doing is putting chili on top of that, and then I'm putting more cheese on top of that, that sounds to me like Chili Mac, and I could get behind that every single day of the week. That's great. So I would definitely check that out.
A national travel publication called Family Destinations Guide has named the absolute best burgers in Columbus. Now, I saw this on 614 Now. I hate lists like this because, trust me, there is no one from this magazine that came and tried any of this crap. What you have is someone who typed Columbus, Ohio, and burger into Google, and they checked out either burgers that were highly reviewed or that looked good to them.
That's right.
But that aggravates me.
I don't blame you.
All right, so here's the list. I'll go from 10 to 1. Number 10, The Pearl. The pub burger at The Pearl. I have not had it. I've been to The Pearl. It's fine. It's a Cameron Mitchell place. If you like Cameron Mitchell restaurants, they're all the same.
They're very good. Yeah, I like Cameron Mitchell restaurants myself. So.
Number 9, Cap City Fine Diner, All-American Cheeseburger. I say whatever I just said about The Pearl, and it applies to Cap City Fine Diner.
Yeah, those are both good, yeah.
Preston's is number 8. I've been to Preston's. They have specifically the mushroom and Swiss burger, which I have not had at Preston's, but I have enjoyed my Preston's experience. They used to be in the North Market. They've moved someplace else. I don't know where the hell they are, but search for them. But Preston's.
Good.
Number 7, Flavor 91 Bistro. I've never heard of it.
I don't know where that. I'm not familiar.
It's called the Flavor Burger with Ethiopian-style seasoning and topped with spicy flavor sauce, iceberg lettuce, pepper jack cheese, and tomato.
Looks like this is out in Whitehall.
All right.
East side of town, off Main Street.
I'm not against it. I'm just saying I've never had it.
I would be very curious to find out what the what kind of flavoring did you say they put on it?
Ethiopian-style seasoning.
All right. I'll give that a shot.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 6, Pat and Gracie's. Order the Smokehouse Barbecue Burger. 2 beef patties topped with caramelized onions, bacon, Swiss cheese, and house-made barbecue sauce on a butter-toasted bun served with slaw. All right. Number 5, Gemmett Beer Garden. I have not been. Is it Gemmett? Gemmett?
How do you spell it?
Gemu, but the little dots above the U and then T.
The umlauts is what you're looking for there. All right.
Gemmett Beer Garden.
This is in Old Town East, yep.
Smash burger, American cheese, applewood smoked bacon, kraut smash sauce. You probably lost me there. I'm not a big kraut guy. And house-made pickles on a brioche bun. I would try it because it's probably just the hint of kraut in the sauce.
I'm looking at just the images of their menu. A lot of good food. It looks very good here. I mean, you've got some fried chicken option. It looks like, or perhaps that's like the. What do they call that? What's the fried thing? Is it Spätzle that they do in German restaurants?
Sure, I'm going to say yes.
It looks like that. You got plenty of sausage options. They also have a nice big beer cheese pretzel that looks incredible. So I would go check that place out for sure.
Number 4, Ringside Cafe. I have been there before. Smokin' Joe Barbecue Burger is the one that they feature. A patty that's been cooked over an open flame with smoked bacon and cheddar cheese and hickory barbecue sauce. They're nice, big, fat burgers if you care.
Yeah.
At Ringside. Thurman Cafe is number 3. They're touting the Thurman Burger. I'm sure you've all had it. It's a huge hunk of meat.
Well, if you haven't, and you're new to Columbus or you just never have gone there, go check it out. Or you can go up to Son of Thurman up in Delaware if that's
same
closer.
menu.
Yep.
Number 2, Johnny's Tavern. I've been there too. They tout the Super Burger, 100% premium beef with your choice of cheese and toppings and crunchy fries on the side. I recommend the burger's good there. I've had it. They also have a fried bologna sandwich, which if you're a fan of that, get that instead, or get that too.
Johnny's Tavern is the one out on Trayview.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Number 1, the Rossi Kitchen / Bar. It is a, nicer sit-down restaurant. Ground in-house beef cooked on a flat grill with mozzarella cheese and arugula, topped with fresh tomato and onion.
All right.
I'm not saying any of these burgers are bad, but I am saying the person who put together the list has never tasted any of them.
Yeah, I've actually been to the Rossi, and I do like that burger a lot. It's very good. I don't know if it's number 1, but it's excellent. It's a good burger. On the fast food front, I haven't seen it confirmed. I have seen various reports on the socials indicating that the salted caramel frosty is starting to make its way out there.
Okay.
I looked on Wendy's website. It doesn't show it on the website yet, but I didn't put in my, location and all that. So maybe it's just starting to roll out in Columbus. I don't know, but if someone's had it, let me know if it's good.
I think the Krispy Kremes, too, are at McDonald's this week.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, they had that partnership. We announced it when they first announced the partner. We announced the partnership when they first announced the partnership, if that makes any sense to you. So they may have Krispy Kremes at your local McDonald's. The irony is if you go to a Krispy Kreme shop, they'll probably be out. And McDonald's will have them.
I'm trying to see here how many places. I don't know why. I want to find I don't know if it's select locations around. I'm on a McDonald's website right now that says like Indiana and Kentucky definitely have this, but I don't know. I thought we had seen signs saying that they were coming out all these places in the next few weeks.
All right, just ask for it. And if you're a veteran, active military today, a lot of the chain restaurants are doing special meal deals where some are just giving you free food.
Yeah.
If you have your military ID. So just ask, are you doing anything for veterans or military members today? Because you could get a free meal out of it.
And then if they say no, pull a Torg on them and say, why not?
Why not?
Just scream at them. Yeah. You have the right to scream that at them. I agree.
All right. It is Yikes time. We'll do it next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to run into a 10-minute slowdown due to an accident that's blocking 2 right lanes on northbound 270 on the east outer belt after 33. And you're going to run into a slowdown on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay, things people love. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Meijer knows that Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 24th through the 30th, when you buy Meijer brand foods, our Simply Give program will feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. So when you bring that perfectly fluffed stuffing to the table, the cranberry sauce and green bean casserole, you're actually bringing more good to more neighbors. Let's bring more good to Thanksgiving with Meijer brand and Simply Give. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details.
To Central Ohioans, fall means one thing, football. At Sears Heating and Cooling, fall also means one thing, furnaces. We're not plumbers or electricians. Nope. For 74 years, we've been your Central Ohio heating and cooling experts. Need an electrician or plumber? We'll gladly give you a referral, but we won't pretend to be your one-stop shop for all the trades. We're HVAC experts, and our mission is to provide the highest quality service at the best possible price. That's the local advantage of doing business with your neighbors at Sears Heating and Cooling. Online at SearsHeatingCooling.com.
You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Common Man and T-Bone here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Bone, did you know the sports book is now called ESPN Bet?
I did, and you can watch your favorite teams on the biggest screens, place your bets, and grab some wings with an ice-cold pint.
Maybe you're too boring and don't want to go to the casino. Good news. You can keep the action going and place your bets on the go with the ESPN Bet app.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook is your 50-yard line ticket to odds, point spreads, and over-unders.
It's the place to be. Losers must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Morning Juice.
You don't get fired for losing. You get fired for failing to meet expectations. If people think your team's going to be trash and you find a way to win 5 games, you're fine.
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Black Friday is here at your local Ram dealer. And right now, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for $499 a month for 42 months with $4,082 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Extra charge for miles over 35,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 11/12/24.
Ready to hit the road in a new car? With Pathways, enjoy up to 90 days with no payments and low auto loan rates. Learn more at pathwayscu.com. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is Bob and Teresa Capace at Worthington Jewelers. Tired of cookie-cutter jewelry stores? We're all about creating a different kind of experience.
For nearly 25 years, our family-owned store has brought Central Ohio something special. Expert guidance with no pressure and the kind of personal touch you won't find at the chains.
Why settle for ordinary when you can choose a jeweler who truly cares? This holiday season, skip the malls and chains and discover your perfect piece at Worthington Jewelers, where Columbus gets engaged.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Is your business generating over $1 million a year in revenue? If your financial advisory team isn't keeping pace, maybe it's time for a change. Here's Brad Hennebert with Premier Advisors.
Thanks, Bobby. Our team integrates financial planning and asset management with business accounting and tax preparation. Business owners have planning needs that are unique. We work with you to design a seamless financial services bundle tailored to your business with monthly or quarterly advisory consultations to help guide you along the way. We don't just keep score of what happened last year. Our team combines expert financial planning and wealth management with top-tier tax services, helping businesses like yours build wealth for you. Call us today at 614-524-4888. That's 614-524-4888.
Brad Hennebert is a registered representative offering securities through United Planners Financial Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through TCP Asset Management LLC. Tax services offered through Premier Tax CPAs. United Planners is not affiliated with TCP Asset Management, Premier Advisors, or Premier Tax CPAs.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Murdering brain cells, one show at a time. Back to Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. It's Reaction Monday. It's also Get the Hell Out of Here Early Monday. We're done at 5. because Buckeye basketball starts early tonight. Buckeyes and Youngstown State over at the Shot. Coverage starts at 5 right here on the Fan. We'll make it up to you tomorrow. I don't know how, but we will.
We'll try.
Are you ready for Yikes?
Yes.
The movie Wicked is coming out soon. People are excited about it. I'm not, but people are. And like any big-time movie, merch is playing a big role. Mattel is selling Wicked dolls for kids. It's for sale at any of the stores that you'd be thinking of. There's a web address on the box that people can go to learn more about the upcoming movie. The web address is wicked.com. Sounds fairly benign, but not. Wickedmovie.com is the actual site for the film. So what happens when kiddos go to wicked.com? It takes you to a porno site. Yikes. Wicked Pictures is a porn production company. The movie that they're currently promoting is called Kenzie Loves Girls 2. Yikes. One movie is about the Wicked Witch of the West and how a house falls on her sister. In the other movie, a woman as big as a house sits on Kenzie. Yikes.
In a significant shift for Kennesaw State University's football program, Mike, head coach Brian Bohannon has been removed from his position. Now, this is interesting because the athletic director, Milton Overton, shared an announcement over the weekend saying Bohannon stepped down. But the former coach said, no, I didn't. I was fired. Put that out on social media. He'd worked with the team for 11 years. In just the first 5 years he was there, they became one of the most successful startup teams in FCS subdivision history. They won the championship. They were transitioning over to full-on FBS. This year, they were playing in Conference USA, and it wasn't going well. They were 1-8. But this is the guy who literally built their program, and after a 1-8 season at the highest level of college football, they said, sorry, get out of here, and couldn't even give them the dignity of actually getting it right, how they got rid of him. They fired him. He had to go on social media and say that. All around sounds terrible for that Kennesaw State University football program. Yikes.
It was a sad day for the Sunshine State on Saturday. Every Florida FBS or FCS team lost their game. Yikes. Florida, Florida State, Miami, Central Florida, South Florida, Florida Atlantic, Southern, Florida A&M, and Stetson all lost their college football games this weekend. Yikes. And if you want to check on their NFL teams, well, the Buccaneers and Jags, they've already lost. So it's up to the Dolphins, who play tonight against the Rams, to save the weekend. Yikes.
I hate the Bears. I hate them with the white-hot intensity of 1,000 suns. They got me to believe for 2 seconds that they'd finally found their quarterback and surrounded him with enough weapons to make any quarterback look decent. Instead, you have a terrible offensive line, a quarterback who is inaccurate, can't deal with pressure to save his life. Yikes. Caleb Williams yesterday, 16 completions, 120 yards. Sacked 9 times. That's a net of 69 yards on 39 dropbacks. Yikes.
That's
how brutal. Much longer until White Sox baseball starts? That's how depressed I am. Yikes.
Hey, Bulls are playing tonight. You can watch them take on the Cavs. Red hot Cavs, 11-0, going for 12-0. Inter Miami, the beloved soccer team of Don Garber and Major League Soccer. They got bounced in the playoffs by Atlanta. They play a 3-game series, just like the Crew were in a 3-game playoff series. Well, they got to their 3rd game, and they lost to Atlanta United. Brad Guzan, the goalie, made some big stops for Atlanta. And, Miami's out after losing 3-2 at Chase Stadium. Afterward, Jordi Alba, one of Lionel Messi's buddies who was brought in to try to help them win a championship, said he doesn't like the way that MLS settles its playoffs. He said, quote, "It was a good season, but we wanted to win this one more. In my opinion, I'm not the one who's going to change it now. This format seems a little unfair to me." He says, I would have it be the champion of one conference against the champion of another to make it as fair as possible. Well, sorry, buddy, that's not how it works. You sound a lot like FC Cincinnati last year when they won the Supporters Shield and lost MLS Cup because they couldn't beat the Crew. Deal with it. You lost. That's how the playoffs work. Yikes.
The Auburn men's basketball team, they had a yikes moment over the weekend. They were on a flight to Houston for their hoops game when the plane had to be diverted due to an altercation between players on the flight. Yikes. The pilot said they had a bunch of players fighting. Yikes. Turns out it was 2 players scuffling, but they were quickly separated. The plane did have to return to Auburn, where the 2 players were removed from the plane, and then the team was allowed to continue to Houston. Yikes.
That's bad.
Mr. Perfect and Brock Lesnar wrestling in the aisleway?
Yeah.
The internet was abuzz during the Lions-Texans game last night. It was entertaining enough. Jared Goff threw 5 picks, still won the game. Lions with a big comeback, but that's not what people were trying to figure out. Lions linebacker James Houston, who was playing the Texans in Houston, a yikes in itself, made a tackle on Joe Mixon in the second quarter. As the replay was shown, you can see a huge yellowish-brown splotch on the back of his very white pants. Yikes. Considering they're playing on artificial turf and mud can be ruled out, the only conclusion is he badly misjudged a wipe before the game, or he actually pooped himself during the action. You decide for yourself. He said today that he sat in Gatorade. Let me tell you something. I'm an expert in Gatorade and feces. It doesn't look like that, buddy. You pooped yourself. Yikes.
Former Ohio State wideout Julian Fleming, who now is with Penn State. Congratulations to him. After 9 games in 2024, he found his way into the end zone, caught himself an 8-yard touchdown pass with 30 seconds left in the first half of their game against Washington. Drew Aller hit him with a nice pass. That brings his total after the end of that game to 13 receptions on the year. Again, it's 9 games, 171 yards, and that 1 touchdown. Hasn't worked out the way we thought with his career, but man, I thought going to Penn State, maybe he'd get a little bit more love there. Not at all. Yikes.
The Army football team, they had the mother of all football drives in their 14-3 win against North Texas. They had a touchdown drive in the second half. All right, it was 21 plays. Yikes. 94 yards. Yikes. It lasted 13 minutes and 54 seconds. Yes, it lasted almost a full quarter. Yikes.
You know what? That'll get the job done, though.
Yes, it's tremendous.
Here's a special bonus yikes for you. Okay. So the Saints won yesterday, the first win for Darren Rizzi, their interim head coach, because they fired
Dennis Allen?
Sure.
Is that right?
Fired him. Beat the Falcons 20-17 yesterday. After the game, he told this story. He said, "This is how my day started. I get down to the Superdome. I go in the head coach's locker room, which I've never used before. So here I am, early in the morning. I go to the bathroom. This is how my day started. I clog the toilet. I'm like, this is going to be a crappy day, pun intended. This is not going to be a really great start to the day. Here we go." And so, not really feeling like the head coach of an NFL team right now. I'm like, really? This is how we're going to start my day? Clogging. Hey, the good news is there's a place for you in my house.
Hey, listen.
Because the girls always clog the toilet.
Pre-game dump. Just, you got to get it out there. You got to make sure you're all cleaned out before the game. I get that. By the way, did you see with the Jags offense how bad they were yesterday?
Yeah.
Historically bad.
Well, the Vikings almost lost to them.
I know they did.
Played like crap, too.
I know they did, but they won the game. Here's the thing. The offense for the Jags, they had a touchdown in the first quarter, scored nothing else after that.
Well, they got that on the Bears. Bears couldn't even do that.
Listen to this. Across the final 45 minutes of their game, they produced 62 net yards on offense, okay? That is the 7th fewest number produced by any team in the final 3 quarters over the past 10 years. However, the worst in that time was the 2020 COVID-era game when wide receiver Kendall Hinton had to start at quarterback for Denver. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
They had no quarterbacks left. In that game, the Broncos had 24 more yards of offense than the Jags did now. Like that bad offense had 24 more yards than the Jags did yesterday. When they have like a real quarterback and like actual guys who know how to play on the offense, theoretically, woof. What happened to the Jags, man?
Right, so Kendall Hinton, who married Denise on the Cosby Show.
Okay.
They had more yards than Mac Jones did yesterday?
I guess so.
Because that's who started for the Jags yesterday, Mac Jones.
Yeah, Mac Jones is back in play.
Hillsong Boy was not
He's
feeling
ouchy,
well.
yeah. But still, Mac Jones is like, he's played quarterback before. It's not like he's a wide receiver.
Awful.
He's a quarterback.
I got it.
That's different than a wide receiver.
Back page coming up next. If you're saying already, yes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to run into a 20-minute slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the 2 right lanes on northbound 270 on that east outer belt after 33. And we also have an accident that's blocking the right lane and causing some delay on southbound 71 on the north side at 670. This report is sponsored by eBay. We all got a thing. Yes, even you. If you love fashion, car parts, trading cards, whatever you're into, it's on eBay. So go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roof Revivers. Whether you need a quick repair or a full replacement, Roof Revivers has you covered.
Visit roofrevivers.com today.
Roof Revivers. We fix leaky roofs.
Hey guys, it's Anthony Rothman. If you're feeling at a loss for energy or just not upbeat like you used to be, it could be low testosterone. That's right, it affects our moods. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, can help you get back to your best. But guys have different T levels, so don't go for a standard dosage plan. Look for TRT with an optimized personal treatment plan, like you'll get with the experts at Low T Center. Do it now. Go to lowtcenter.com and book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Come try Skyline Chili's new Mac and Cheese 3-Way. Made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend. Topped with Skyline Chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new Mac and Cheese 3-Way. At participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
Hey, it's Anthony. Do more with your money at Tel Ohio Credit Union. If you know Tel Ohio Choice Checking, you know all the perks that come with your account. Cash in your benefits by setting up an account today. Find out more at telohio.org.
Certain restrictions apply. Tel Ohio is open to all in central and southwestern Ohio. Federally insured by NCUA.
Busy schedule? This is Ryan Krieger, and Krieger Ford has you covered. Krieger Ford offers pickup and delivery, or our mobile service van will come right to you. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here for my friends at Affinity Whole Health. Affinity is the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy, but they are also much more than that. They help men and women who are experiencing things like low energy, low libido, muscle loss, and weight gain. Turn it all around. You can feel amazing and live better just like I can. It can be delivered right to your door, which is tremendous. Semaglutide for weight loss and testosterone and hormone replacement therapy for so much more. I've been a customer for years and it works. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Scotty Vegas for Maxima Concrete. They redid my whole driveway, but they can do so much more, like outdoor kitchens, pools, patios, you name it. Mention this ad for $250 off your next project with Maxima Concrete and visit MaximaConcrete.com.
If you have an unhealthy obsession with the Blue Jackets, we have just the remedy. Join us Wednesday nights at 7 for the Inside Edge. All the Jackets and hockey conversation you can handle. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Active military or veteran planning your next career move? Columbus State's engineering technology programs prepare you for a career in Columbus's fastest growing fields. Our veteran services team will help you maximize your benefits and connect to a supportive community. Apply at cscc.edu/engineeringtech.
If your garage door is as rickety as your great Aunt Susan playing pickleball, we've got you. We are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Our city is booming, and so is the crisis in our streets.
We have different groups coming in, so we have individuals returning to society from incarceration, individuals in recovery.
With homelessness on the rise, one organization is taking a different approach.
So this is what a typical house looks like.
The tiny project that could offer the biggest solutions and hope for the homeless.
Vista Village is for individuals who want a second chance.
All new Monday on 10 TV News at 6 and streaming on 10 TV Plus.
Here are the stars of our show.
I am your host, Ryan Seacrest.
The Wheel You Love is back.
Yes! Let's have some fun.
This season will truly be unlike any other.
This has never happened before on Wheel of Fortune.
With bigger trips.
Yeah, baby.
Bigger prizes.
I'd love to take you backstage to the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
And bigger surprises.
There it is.
Great show.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
Wheel of Fortune. Weeknights at 7:30 on 10 TV.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Buckeye basketball coverage starting at the top of the hour. The fine host of Buckeye Warm-Up getting you ready for the game tonight against Youngstown State. Your friend and mine, Timmy Hall.
Oh, you guys. Sorry to put you out.
I don't know what to do with myself now. I got a whole extra hour.
Yeah. Earlier dinner, I guess.
I didn't tell Kristen anything about it. So
how are you going to fill that gap then?
I don't know.
Window?
Maybe I'll hit a bar.
There you go.
maybe I've been known to do that on occasion.
I'm just going to go to the bar. I'm going to sit alone at the bar.
How is work? Fine.
Yeah. How was your day? Was your day good today?
The Funhouse Twitter account, which I find humorous because he makes fun of Mike Francesa all the time, and he hates Colin Cowherd.
Yes.
I also hate Colin Cowherd.
You hear me, Cowherd?
And here's the reason why. It's not because he gets things wrong. It's because he's an arrogant prick who thinks he knows everything. You and I both get things wrong all the time, but we fully admit we're stupid.
Oh, absolutely.
We know nothing. So I just saw this tweet. Brain dead Colin Cowherd and his miniature sidekick were wondering if defensive tackle Christian Wilkins would play for the Dolphins tonight. Two very minor issues with this conversation.
No.
Number one, Christian Wilkins is on injured reserve. Number two, Christian Wilkins plays for the Raiders.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Jason McIntyre today that's the miniature sidekick.
Yeah.
Today also said that the Chargers have a good shot to beat Matt Ryan and the Falcons in a few weeks.
What?
What? He's only been a broadcaster for 2.5 years.
Yeah, like he openly has wanted teams to give him a shot, but no one does. He was one of those quarterbacks that went to the Colts before his career was done. You're right. He wasn't even with Atlanta when it ended for him.
That's right.
You hear me, Cowherd?
I mean, I can't compete with that.
You know why those guys do that is because they're afraid to go, who's there now? That's not Matt
All we
Ryan.
do on this show is, what's his name?
Who?
That guy.
Who are you with again? But they have to tell you they know everything. They're so smart.
That's a sign of weakness to them.
I guess so.
I feel like Stephen A. Smith makes so much money, and I think he turned down a 5-year, $90 million extension last time around.
Good
He's
Lord.
going to try to be the $100 million guy.
Be the
going
president.
at it with McAfee. But he did the same thing years ago. It was a Chiefs player, and he had a guy that was, I think it was Derek Jones. Who was their good linebacker for 10 years? The guy drafted out of Texas. It was Derek something. He had been gone or retired, and he was talking about how good of a game he had. And it's like, dude, you've been caught. You've been caught.
You didn't watch it. You don't know who's playing.
I would think him of all people could laugh that off and say, "Look, man. I mean, I'm studying NBA until my eyes bleed. Like I'm trying to get into the NFL too and be everything to everyone. Like he covers a lot. I get it. It's okay to slip up like that once in a while. Just admit it.
Didn't he have that? I'm trying to remember if he had that. Was it with Dwayne Haskins maybe where he said something about
No,
that was Colin Cowherd.
Cowherd had him as a quarterback that wouldn't be successful. It was some kind of list of quarterbacks that wouldn't make it 5 years later.
It was.
Or so.
I think it was a list of quarterbacks of this particular draft class or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That weren't starters in the league anymore.
Right.
And while technically that's true with Dwayne Haskins, obviously the reason is that he's deceased.
Yeah, that was bad. I know also, I want to say Stephen A. had a moment where he was talking about some OSU quarterback, I forget who it was, who was not known for running. And he was like, this guy, I'll tell you what, he's going to make you pay with your legs. And it's like, nope, you haven't watched any college football. Clearly, you don't know why this guy's good.
No, whatever.
I can't remember which quarterback it was that he said that about, but it was like so obvious he had never watched any college football that whole season.
All right, Buckeyes and Youngstown State tonight, Timmy. No surprises?
No.
Everything should be all right tonight?
Everything should be all right. I do think looking at Youngstown State the last 5 years, a good program. Their guy just got a head coaching gig at Utah State, so they have a new coach this year, and they have back-to-back 20-win seasons. Look, for the Horizon League, they've been really good. They won it 2 years ago. They finished second last year. They've got good guards, so you got to play well, and I think this Ohio State backcourt is the strength of this team. So typically you'll see the strength in the mid-major programs in their backcourts as well. So it should be fun there tonight to see John Mobley. Is he going to shoot that first one from the block O? I certainly hope so.
Buckeye basketball tonight, home opener at the Shot against Youngstown State. That is coming up next. Right now, back page.
The back page. The back page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone.
Well, man, the Daily Mail has done a survey of its readers over in Britain, and they asked them, what is the temperature you should set your home thermostat at? And the Brits have all agreed that the ideal
62.
temperature for your home is... You said 62. What temperature would you say, Common Man? Ideal temperature for your home.
I keep the house at 67. I prefer to keep it even lower than that, but
they said 67.1 degrees because they said 19 and a half degrees Celsius, which is 67.1 Fahrenheit. The World Health Organization, though, recommends an even lower temperature, 64.4. Now, look, in the summer...
Right, these are the same people that set your air conditioning to 80.
Yes, they disagree. You will disagree with them in the summer, but in the winter, they're scratching you where you itch.
Can I tell you something? Nobody else seems to care, all right, about the dinosaur bones and the energy and all this other stuff. Set the house the way you want to set the house.
I know.
All right?
Right.
You're paying for it.
Oh, yeah. The idea that you're the one that's causing this.
Right. Yeah, you're going to be the cause and solution for global catastrophe.
Make no mistake, I say this just in terms of my own comfort. In the winter, and I've actually won her over. I've won Sarah over with this. We set it at 65 for the winter.
Oh, yeah.
Summertime, 72.
All right.
It's
not bad.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
65. And you know what? When she's not paying attention, I just turn it off. Off!
Those pipes are going to
Who cares if your pipes
48 degrees in the morning. Open up the windows.
It's like a ski lodge in there.
That's wrong.
Got the wood wallpaper. Woo! Sweden, Jerry.
Yeah.
All right, Buckeye basketball's next. We'll see you tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You can expect some slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on southbound 71 on the north side at 670. And we've got about a 20-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the two right lanes on northbound 270 on the east outer belt after 33. This report is sponsored by eBay. We all got a thing. Yes, even you. If you love fashion, car parts, trading cards, whatever you're into, it's on eBay. So go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use the promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100. The Buckeyes are 3-1 and the favorite to win the national championship. Oregon is second in the odds at plus 420. Oregon and Ohio State are both plus 105 to win the Big Ten title. And Ohio State, the 31.5-point favorite this Saturday against Northwestern. For your Prime Sports Action Update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU.
The perfect low-rate card for your wallet.
Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Men, it's the holidays, the season of all kinds of hustle and bustle. But if your energy is down, if you aren't sleeping well, if your sex drive is MIA, and you just don't feel like the guy you once were, maybe it's tough to get excited for all the holiday cheer. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if this sounds like you may have low testosterone. And if so, this is the season for you to get treated. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating low T. If you're like most guys, you'll feel the change in just a few weeks. And truly, the results can be life-changing. You'll have improved mental clarity, your energy will kick up, your workouts will be better, your sleep patterns will improve, and your sex drive will likely heat up as well. So call us and don't go through another season with low T. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. For over 3 decades, Cordell & Cordell has been on the front lines of family law. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
At Custom Air, we're committed to excellence, and it shows. We're thrilled to announce that we have been named Columbus CEO Magazine's Best of Business HVAC company for the 5th year in a row. A big thank you to all of our incredible customers for choosing Custom Air as the top name in heating and cooling. We are honored to serve such an amazing community. Whether you need maintenance, repairs, or a new HVAC system, trust Custom Air, your award-winning partner. Visit customairco.com. Custom solutions, custom comfort, Custom Air.
Tickets for the 2025 Memorial Tournament presented by Workday are now on sale with special offers only through December 5th. Walk the rope line. Witness iconic shots by golf's best. Join the crowd roars. The experience is yours, and it's second to none. Be there May 26th through June 1st. Take advantage of best ticket pricing and waived fees now through December 5th. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Dave Matthews Band Live, Saturday, November 16th, Nationwide Arena.
He wakes up in the morning. Mama said, baby, don't you cry. In the dark, be the light. Don't let go, baby.
Dave Matthews Band. On sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Dave Matthews Band Live.